Every February, the AT&T Center and the Freeman Coliseum come alive for 18 days with animals, people, and a celebration of all things rodeo. I got a beer, and I got a turkey leg. No, I'm not at the Carnival of the State Fair. I'm at the rodeo, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. And we're about to show you what we got into. Meat and beer. Nothing better. I'm Michael Davies. Welcome to this special edition of Sights, Bites, and Frights. It is a tremendous opportunity getting to speak with the CEO of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. And today, we are thrilled to do just that. Cody Davenport, you're the CEO and Executive Director for the Stock Show and Rodeo?
Yes, sir, I am.
What does that mean? What do you do?
Literally, my job is to help guide the vision of the show, maintain its heritage, as well as guide its vision going forward, and let my people do their work.
You take over the AT&T Stadium, you lay down it's got to be several inches of dirt.
Oh, yes, sir, yep.
Walk me through a day of the rodeo here.
Well, I mean, we have stuff, first of all over the grounds, right? So over the duration of our show, we'll have close to 1.5 million people come through our gates. So when you figure the amount of days that we're here, which is a total of right at 20 days, all the juniors that we bring in to show all of their stuff. So we have, so much going on in a day. How
has the rodeo evolved since 1949?
Yeah, I think that, originally rodeo as a sport itself was more, it was very slow paced. It was just the following the routine of just guys out here having a good time, trying to ride the broncs, that kind of stuff from its roots. But now what you've got in rodeo, it's a true sport. We have athletes that are all year round up and down that road, and this is all that they do as far as competing. Right. The stock that we have inside of here, they're bred for it. And that's all they do. And these are high dollar animals that are so well taken care of, as you can imagine, anything out there that has that much value inside it from their production and the financial investment. This is a true sport. And I think the rodeos like us of this size and stuff like that are beginning to highlight it. You're starting to see more and more of it on television. But I think what's neat to me is when people come in here, like say you're new to this stuff like that, and you watch something like this, you're like, this is a legit sport. This isn't just a bunch of guys that had a bottle of tequila and decided to come out and ride a bull.
And now they're wearing helmets and stuff too, like a lot of safety gear.
Which
this is really evolved, 100%.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Now, nothing says rodeo like tequila, right?
Nothing.
You have created your own tequila for the rodeo, right?
We have, yes sir, we have.
Where did that come from? What's the impetus?
Well, first off, there's other rodeos out there that have done spirits to represent their rodeo. But what I think is so awesome about us, being down here in San Antonio, Texas, we are at the birthplace of what we call the modern cowboy because of our proximity to Mexico. You can go do all the historical studies, but the vaquero who came across from Mexico blended with the people that were here gathering cattle after the Civil War and created, in essence, what we know as a modern day cowboy, and rodeo itself highlights the modern day cowboy skills. So we, proximity-wise, we're in the beautiful location to blend the cultures. What culture is better, the vaquero and the modern day cowboy, than tequila to represent it? So we want to do our own spirit where we are. We figured tequila was the right one. And we have kind of woven into our whole story of it's not just a tequila, but it's actually representing the region where the birthplace of the cowboy and the sport came from.
This is your tequila, though. This was your baby.
This is ours, and I'm proud to say that the monies from it are going back into our mission.
Is there one thing like at the rodeo, like someone's coming to town, or they're new to Texas, or they're coming to visit, this is what you should see if you're coming to rodeo, or is there something that you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say where we are right now as far as the arena and inside here. I always call this the window to what we do, because inside of here you're going to see all of our normal competition, but we're also going to roll all kinds of videos. We're going to talk about our mission and why we do all this, which is to get back to the youth of Texas. So you're going to see a lot of messaging inside of there. We'll introduce some of our scholarship kids that are recipients of why we're doing all this. Like right now behind us, they're bringing out our stock. We'll highlight them inside of the dirt. We're going to bring them in and talk about how well they're cared for. Everything that we do as a show, this is our window here. We try to capture it in that 2-hour performance to give everybody a little snippet of who we are. So I would say if you're brand new to it, get a ticket in here. It'll give you an idea of what we're all about and what we do. And then from there, you can expand out all kinds of things all over.
So if people are looking to come visit San Antonio in February, obviously, or they want to know more about the rodeo in general here, where do they find you? Where do they go?
I would say the best thing would be to go to our website, sarodeo.com, because we have so many things going on. You can work through that and see all the mass amounts of stuff that we have.
Nice. Well, listen, Cody, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Great having you guys here.
When you come to Texas, when you come to San Antonio, you have to come to this. And if you're new to the city, you have to look into this because it will change your life.
All right.
If there was one fashion item I know very little about, it is the cowboy hat. But all that is about to change. Joe, you're a hat shaper. What is that?
Take a hat that hadn't been shaped yet, no shape at all whatsoever. We shape it to fit their head with steam, and then we shape the look of the hat.
I see like there's a lot of different colors up here and different styles and different kinds of hat. Like you have straw, you have felt, there's like leather.
The higher the quality hat is, you're gonna get into more beaver fur that goes into the hat to make it more water resistant, weather resistant.
Right, that makes sense
up.
because beavers live underwater.
Right, yeah.
So why not make a hat out of that? I was also told that different colors are for different times or different events, or can you tell me a bit about that?
Well, back in the old Hollywood days, the good guy would wear the white hat, and the bad guys would be wearing the black hat.
What is the history of the hat?
Protection, from the weather, the rain, all that, the cold, and it ended up turning into getting more of a shape. You get into the cowboy days, whenever the buffalo hunters and stuff would want to push up get a shape in their hat for their rifles and their sights. They would push up on the shape, and then you get aerodynamics riding. If you want to ride real fast, if you have a flat hat, it'll fly right off your head. You put a shape in it, you have aerodynamics.
That's really cool. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody had an idea until just now when Joe told us.
Your traditional shape would be like just a regular cattleman crease where you can pick it up off the top of your head from the crown itself. Instead of, grabbing it right here, you're gonna.
So that's really just
straight.
It's just function.
It's function, yeah. It's function.
Wow, because like I look at that and I go, it looks cool than rather like a round hat.
Right.
But it's to grab it.
Right.
I have to be honest with you. I just assumed that cowboy hats came cowboy hat shaped. But no, they come weirdly round, and it takes an expert shaper to make these cranial toppers come to life. Okay, Joe, we're gonna shape a hat now, and I'm looking at this menu, and there are tons of different kinds of shapes. I like the gambler or the puncher.
Yes,
like, is that?
Yeah, see, that's gonna be more West Texas, and that's gonna be more Northwest. But different disciplines of cowboys are gonna have different shapes of hats too. Cutters have a kind of their own unique hat style, more tacoed up, narrower in the front, compared to a bull rider is gonna be usually a wider JB front.
Since we're in Texas, let's go with something that has more of a Texas rancher feel, right?
Right. First off, we're gonna shape the hat to fit your head. So I'm gonna steam the crown up, soften it up a little bit.
Kind of loosen it up.
Put it on your head while it's still warm, and it'll mold to your head.
Oh,
and then I'll get it centered, and then from there we'll get the look.
All right, cool.
So we'll start off with some steam.
Whew, you're not messing around.
No. So we got it softened up.
Ooh, all right.
We'll put it on, that way the oval forms exactly to your head. And then I'll get you to look right at me, and I'll put a center mark. That way everything is even and symmetrical. So that's the exact shape of your head. It's cooled off enough.
Okay.
The Texas cowboy hat is going to be more of a traditional style cowboy hat. You're going to have either a cattleman. Some of the, like I said, the West Texas guys will wear the puncher, but the cattleman, you can never go wrong with that shape of that hat. That's one you can take off from the top.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the brim. So what I'll start with that is getting the line exactly down the center of the hat. I got that needle right there in the front. That is dead center of your face.
See, the gambler, I think that would be like a Kenny Rogers hat.
Right, yeah.
Because that's what that looks like.
Yeah.
Doc Holliday I think he had something like a cattleman, or one of them.
He had a pretty flat brim.
Yeah.
It was something like what we
maybe
consider
like
the
low. Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
Go off that pin, everything lines right up.
You need the symmetry so you can
exactly. rocks flying, tree limbs hitting you in the face, riding, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's why more people pull their hat down.
Put them down.
Riding,
so you're riding like this,
hit you in
right?
the face, skeet thorn in your eye, it ain't gonna be good.
No, no.
These are a lot of protection. In Australia, they hang corks on strings that swing, keeps the flies out of their face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Wow, this is fantastic. I gotta tell you, man, I never thought I could just, it's like a glove. This guy, you are a magician, sir. You are an artist.
It's a good shape for you. It's
All
good.
right, thank you. Joe, once again, it was a pleasure hanging out with you today, man. I
Pleasure
love my
hanging
new
out with
hat.
you.
This is amazing. Coming up after the break.
This is what we call a full quill ostrich leather boot.
What's it made out of?
Ostrich. This is ostrich, yeah.
So it's in the name.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Now that I know everything there is to know about cowboy hats and shaping them, it's only right for me to learn about the opposite end of the Western wardrobe spectrum, the cowboy boot. These bad boys have been protecting rugged feet for generations. But how does one, a Western footwear novice like me, go about choosing the right boot? Are you a boot specialist or a hat specialist or just a...
So here's my take on things. You know, I consider myself to be, you know, I'm an assistant manager at my current location. However, I am more a salesman as it is. It doesn't matter what kind of products you're looking for. I'm willing to help you find anything and everything you're looking for. But I prefer to sell boots or hats over anything, really. It's a little bit more personal of an interaction with people. You get a better feel for everything and how to grab onto people's attention and, you know, what they like and what they don't like.
Okay, who shaped your hat?
I did it myself, actually.
Did it himself. Shapes his own hat. Introduce me to the cowboy boot.
Awesome. Well, let me get one of my boot salesmen over here. His name's Marquez, and he's gonna help us out a little bit today.
I'm gonna show you these boots over here, sir. These are Justin's. Got two different kinds right here. I'll break it down for you, all right. So we call this the calf or the shaft of the boot right here. And then you got the top of the boot, it's called a vant. And then these are pretty cool here. They got a rubber sole on the bottom.
Rubber sole, that's a Beatles record.
This one's got a leather sole on the bottom.
What's the difference between the leather and the rubber?
So the leather sole on the bottom is a little bit more of a dressier touch. If you're gonna go out, maybe get an event to go to or a party or something, the leather sole is a little bit more of a dressier.
A little piece of history, actually. Cavendish started in 1965, small town Pittsburgh, Texas. Justin and Tony Lama were the only boots they sold. They had 3 pairs of boots. Fast forward to 2023, we sell millions of boots every year, and it's just been a blessing.
I gravitate towards this.
Like
I
this
think,
one?
you know, the black.
All right, the black one, that's cool. It's a good look right there. All right, let's see if we got this in 10.
I like those socks.
Well, thank you. Yeah, they're clean, and it's the only ones that I have that don't have a hole in them.
I tell you, socks is a big part of the boot game, though. If you ain't got good socks on, your feet are gonna hurt even worse.
That's a square toe. What I got on right here, this is a round toe right here.
And what you call a punchy toe.
That's a punch toe right there.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that is a cool toe right there. His are suede, leather, mine are leather right here too. But those are the different toes you have, primarily in men's boots.
Pretty crazy looking boots over here.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about.
This is your brand, right? This is the
This
Cavendish
This is the
brand?
Cavendish boot brand.
This is what we call a full quill ostrich leather boot.
What's it made out of?
Ostrich. This is ostrich, yes.
So it's in the name.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Talking about scales, we go to our Pararuku, which is just what we call a large sea bass boot.
That's made from a fish?
It's from a fish.
Fish boots. Who knew? Seriously.
Not waterproof, though.
There's a lot of stuff to take into consideration when buying a cowboy boot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Behind every rodeo is a man claiming to be the best in the West. Well, this time we actually found the best. My pal Dale Brisby is here to tell us why rodeo is so important to Texas culture.
Well, I am Dale Brisby, the greatest bull rider ever to walk the earth, so it makes sense that my face is on a t-shirt, and I'm at one of the greatest rodeos we have in Texas.
How long have you been involved in the rodeo culture?
Oh, my whole life. I grew up in it. My old man was a pickup man and a bronc rider, and yeah, I've been a bull rider and bronc rider my whole life. I show people that cowboy culture via Snapchat, or you can see it at a rodeo. Every town in Texas has its local rodeo, and it's the heartbeat of who we are. The community's time to have a party, come together with camaraderie. We appreciate animals and the family atmosphere, the competition side of it.
Gail, there's a lot of swag here. What's the deal? What's going on?
The apparel line came from our YouTube and Netflix show that we have, and it grew into rodeo time apparel.
Nice. So we're gonna put that right here. There'll be a graphic.
DaleBrisby.com.
What is that? That's the biggest belt buckle of all time.
Won that this year. That's right. World's greatest bull rider says it all. Actually, the entire sport of rodeo is who awarded me this. Not even just one in particular association. The whole sport said, hey, this is his, and a champion here recently, this year.
Nice, brother.
Thank you, my
Pleasure.
man. Yes, sir.
If you're new to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, like clearly I am, the thing you have to remember is that this whole event is really for the kids. The Great American Petting Zoo was created as a way to give kids a chance to interact with animals, they might not otherwise have the opportunity to encounter. For instance, take a city slicker like me. The most exotic creature I've ever encountered is probably this. Oh my goodness, that is so weird. I've never touched an animal before.
Really?
Like aside from a dog or a cat.
Oh my goodness, well you're in the right place.
Wow, hi, this is Bambi.
You gonna feed the
Hi.
deer? Here, go ahead.
All right. This guy's jumping in, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Come here, sister.
Sarah, where am I? What is this?
You are in the Great American Petting Farm at the San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo. We're Great American Entertainment, and we travel all over the country with our petting farms and our pony rides, cooking shows, kids' educational animal shows, our photo on a pony booth right up front, you name it. We have 13 different attractions that we bring all across America.
Is this a goat? Is this a lamb? This is a
This
sheep?
is a lamb.
Okay.
This is a baby goat. They're actually
baby
about
goat.
the same age. They're both about 2 weeks old.
There's a lot of animals. What's the laundry list of animals that you have
The
here?
laundry list of animals, well, we have the mini donkeys, miniature zebu cows. They're about this tall and they're full grown. They're sweet as can be. All kinds of goats and sheep, wallabies, chickens, ducks, potbelly pigs, and llamas and alpacas. Features is a miniature Sicilian donkey. We raise all of our animals from birth. And so-
Sicilian, huh? What's the matter for you, huh? What are you doing in a zoo? It's kind of like holding a cat or a little dog. This is part of the frights because I'm out of my comfort zone, but whatever.
You know what? One of the things that we truly love and we feel really privileged to be able to bring to people is that a lot of kids, they don't have the opportunity to be raised around animals and have that in their lives. And so for them to come and get to see how sweet all the animals are, and some of them even come afraid and then they leave super happy and excited and have the best time of their lives. And that's really what it's all about. We love to be able to provide that experience for kids.
What got you into this? Or did you grow up on a farm? Or
For me, I grew up really loving animals, and they were probably my saving grace as a child. And then I think, I was just put in the right place at the right time, and I was fortunate enough to know the couple who founded this company, David and Diane Linderman, and they offered me an opportunity of a lifetime when I was 17 to be able to come out. And actually, the San Antonio Stock Show was the first show I personally got to do. Yeah. And the company's been coming out here probably longer than I've been alive.
There you go. Oh my goodness. There you go. Nice.
They're the sweetest. I know a lot of people think they're kangaroos, but they're like their smaller cousin. She's full grown at this size.
They are adorable. Okay. You are correct.
This is Tater Tot.
Nice.
Tater Tot is a potbelly pig.
How big will he get?
He'll be about the size of Rosie. There's our other potbelly pig in here, about this big.
It's a good size.
This is French Fry. Now, French Fry is about a year old. He is an alpaca.
What do they eat?
You know what? About the same as the sheep and goats and the other kind of ruminant farm animals. They eat grass, they eat pasture at home, they eat hay.
You got a job ahead of you if you're trying to do that. Follow the Great American Entertainment Company all over the country. go to the website and you can track all of the events and all of the locations that you're going to be at.
Absolutely. Sign up for the email newsletter, the text message list. Go to our tour dates page and you can see everywhere we're going to be. Send us an email. We love to hear from people. Follow us on social media as well. Check out all our YouTube videos. They're incredible. Really tell you all about the business. Go to greatamericanpettingzoo.com.
Sarah, it has been a pleasure.
Thank
This
you.
was so much fun. I loved hanging out with the animals. There's a lot going on here.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel his little heartbeat. Somebody did a poop. I smelled it. Is that you? Coming up after the break. If you're doing a TV show, take small bites. So you don't have to spend hours and hours chewing. After petting dozens of cute animals, I've worked up quite the appetite. And although many of these creatures do look tasty, and I'm assuming they're all edible, I'm going to try something else for lunch. Because it's Texas, and I love barbecue, I'm going to eat something, bigger. The Fajita Corral exists only 18 days a year, right?
That's correct.
Just for rodeo.
Yes.
Why is that?
The Fajita Corral started back in 1986, and it was a brainstorm of the Vanderwally family. They were asked to serve fajitas during the rodeo.
Where does the money go?
All of our money, 100% of our proceeds go towards tuition scholarships with the San Antonio Livestock Exposition.
These animals are worth a tremendous amount of money. Give me the lowdown. What's the deal? Why are they so expensive and how does this all work?
Well, these kids put in so much work into these animals. They pamper them, they raise them from a little baby, and then they bring them here and they show them off, and they're judged by world-renowned judges. The neat thing about the Livestock Exposition, it's not just animals. I mean, they're doing
people.
It's people.
Let's eat some food. Like, this is what we came here for.
All right.
What's your favorite out of this?
Well, I love the brisket macaroni and cheese. It's a brand new feature we have this year. We started it with Rodeo After Dark, and it's been so popular, we've started carrying it during the day.
Oh, that looks unbelievable. I am a mac and cheese freak. And then you put brisket in it?
Uh-huh. It's decadent.
Oh, yeah. You can't. Here we go. There's the bite.
Oh my God, right?
What the heck? I've had some mac and cheese in my day. That is the cheesiest, butteriest, creamiest mac and cheese in the universe. And then you put some brisket in there. This is... I'm at a loss. I should just walk away. It's not really a meal if you're eating alone. So you have to find something.
I'm gonna try the beans.
Beans.
There's a ton of flavor. They're just so good.
What do we have here?
So this is a chicken fajita taco.
Here we go. Look at this. Nice, juicy chicken thigh meat. I'm gonna wrap that back up.
We boil that in marinade and get it ready to serve, and then we roll it in a flour tortilla.
If you're doing a TV show, take small bites.
So you don't have to spend hours and hours chewing. We should cut to a montage and a time lapse and go behind the scenes and see how all of this wonderful food is made.
Please come back and let us show you how that happens.
All right, voiceover guy, take it away. After gobbling up all that delicious barbecue, you're gonna need something to wash it down with. Actually, probably several somethings to wash it down with. It's time to hit the beer garden. Angeli, this beer is delicious. I'm glad. Good choice. Freetail Bowie Bach. I guess because of David Bowie, the musician. We're in Texas, so it's maybe not the David Bowie Bach. That would be
The Bowie knife.
The Bowie knife. Let's name all the things that have Bowie in it. We just did. There's only 3. I could just sit here and get drunk. So let's chug these as fast as we can, get 2 or 3 more, and then go check out the rodeo.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it really does. Coming up after the break.
I'm adjusting a little bit. I think more alcohol would have helped. Very unsettling.
There's nothing like a good old-fashioned time-lapse to get you from daytime to nighttime fast.
To be on a roller coaster, you're going so fast. You don't realize it, and then it's done. You're like, oh man, that was amazing.
In their seatbelts.
And their seatbelts, I feel like I'm conscious, like I just flop over. It's very unsettling.
This segment was
That was fascinating.
Calling all thrill seekers and sugar fiends, the carnival's in town. Test your skills and win giant prizes at classic games. Knock down the milk bottles, toss the ring, and pop some balloons. And don't forget the irresistible treats. Sink your teeth into a fluffy funnel cake dripping with syrup and powdered sugar. So come on down to the carnival for an unforgettable adventure.
There's only one way to eat a funnel cake, and that's with your mouth. Classic. When you're in Texas, you have to hit a rodeo. Whether it's Fort Worth, Houston, or the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, please come, get a funnel cake. It'll change your life. It smells like fun.
I'm Michael Davies. Thanks for watching Sights, Bites, and Frights. We'll see you on the next episode.